Hi, it's Congresswoman Terry Sewell. I'm here in the nation's capital. 11 years ago today, the Supreme Court struck down the Voting Rights Act of 1965, a very key provision that gave all Americans the equal access to the ballot box. The Voting Rights Act was a crown jewel of the civil rights movement. It prevented states from discriminating against voters across this nation. With the Shelby decision, the Supreme Court opened the floodgates for states across this nation to make it harder to vote. Now more than ever, we need the passage of the John Robert Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. I am honored to lead the charge in Congress as we restore the full protections of the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Later today, on this 11th anniversary, I will lead a special order hour for the Congressional Black Caucus, where we will amplify the need for restoring the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So stay tuned. Tomorrow we will have a press conference with Democratic leadership to also amplify the voices of our democracy. Never did I think that 60 years after John Lewis was bludgeoned on a bridge in Selma, Alabama, that I would be standing as a lawmaker fighting to fully restore the protections of the Voting Rights Act. But we know that elections have consequences, and the gutting of the Supreme Court of key provisions of the Voting Rights Act has made it harder for many Americans to vote. I will not stop until we pass the John Robert Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act to fully restore the protections of the Voting Rights Act of 1965.